Hello, I'm Richard. This is part 5 of a 5-part series I'm doing on star children, directed to parents and teachers in terms of how to help and support them as they grow in terms of who they are. First thing to establish is star children are completely different. They're here for the world tomorrow, not the world today or yesterday. Hence, traditional parenting, the traditional education system doesn't fit them and doesn't work for them. This segment is for parents and teachers about how to transcend their world. Now, I have separate videos on that. I have a video on the 5 principles in how to transcend your world and the 5 steps in which to start. I'd like to now address specifically why transcending your world is important to parents and teachers. So the first reason why it's important is financial. Everything around our life revolves around how much money that comes in to the family and the home. This determines where you live, what you have to do to survive, what you have to do to maintain your lifestyle, etc. So in a traditional family where you require 2 incomes, which is what's necessary today to survive, to pay the mortgage, put food on the table, put the kids through school, the problem is that you are caught in the economic trap of the matrix. So until you change this, the scope of what you can do as a parent changes. The other issue is that if you are a teacher, you are bound by the system. And there's very little you can do within the system. If you're a teacher in the traditional system, there is very little scope for you to make a difference within that system for star children. So if you have a passion for star children and you are a teacher in the traditional system, for you to really do something, you really don't have any option but to get out. And to do that, you have to look at this issue in your world of the financial aspects. So getting out of the traditional system means that you don't work as a teacher. Then what are you going to do for income? So financial becomes the number one big issue and limiting factor for families and teachers of star children. The second thing is time. Time today is the most valuable commodity you can have. Star children need lots of time. They virtually need a parent full time looking after them. That is the requirement. And this puts enormous pressure on families who are time poor and money poor. The third thing is relationships. How we normally function in relationships, traditionally and currently, don't fully work for star children. They require open relationships. They want you to operate on trust and integrity, saying things as is. So telling little white lies to children don't work with them because they see through it, they feel it, they sense it. And being able to say it as it is, speak your truth, is something that needs to be modeled as parents. And people have difficulty doing that because of political correctness, the way they've been brought up, and culturally. So these are some of the challenges in relationships. And so with relationships, star children will challenge those that are dysfunctional in any way or manner. The fourth point, why transcending your world is important, is travel. Star children need to be able to see the world. So travel is an important part of their lives in terms of expansion of their world, their learning, their connection, and their consciousness. Again, travel requires finance and time. So if you don't have the money to travel and you don't have the time and scope to travel, you can't do it. And the last point is service. Service is making a contribution to humanity and the planet. So having the family involved in humanitarian, in eco-friendly, in environmental friendly projects is going to be really good as an example and a lifestyle for the family. So these are 5 reasons specifically addressed to parents and teachers of star children why they need to transcend their world. I have a whole different series of videos in terms of how to practically do that. I also have a 2-day workshop where I take people through the steps necessary with respect to the tools and experience. So, the best thing you can do for star children when you're a parent or a teacher is to work on yourself and to transcend the limitations of your world. I'm Richard.